Chapter 20. Financial Pressure. Marcus stared at his organic chemistry textbook, but the molecular diagrams kept shifting in his mind, transforming from hydrocarbon chains into ink formulations. Instead of studying saponification reactions, he found himself calculating the optimal mixture of soot tree resin and oil that would create a printing ink viscous enough to transfer cleanly but thin enough to spread evenly.
Focus.
He forced his attention back to the page. Dr. Martinez's first progress check was tomorrow, and he needed to demonstrate mastery of 3 chapters worth of material. But within minutes, his mind wandered again. How would he bind the ink particles? Medieval scribes used gum arabic, but that might be too expensive in Drakmore. His phone buzzed with a text from Jake. Study group in 20 minutes. Common room. Bring molecular model kit. Marcus realized he'd been sitting with the same page open for 45 minutes without absorbing anything. This was exactly the kind of distraction that had gotten him into academic trouble in the first place. He tried again, focusing on a practice problem about reaction mechanisms. But as he worked through the steps, he found himself thinking about how these same chemical principles could improve his soap formulations. His phone rang, interrupting the thought. Dad appeared on the screen.
Hey Marcus, how's school going? Your mother mentioned you've been having some struggles this semester.
It's complicated, Dad. I hit some rough patches, but I'm working with professors to get back on track.
What kind of rough patches? Problems with roommates? Money issues? Social adjustment?
Academic focus problems. I got distracted by other interests, entrepreneurship stuff. I lost sight of my academic priorities.
Marcus, you know your mother and I immigrated here so you could have opportunities we never had. Educational opportunities, career choices, the freedom to build whatever life you want.
I know, Dad. I'm not taking it for granted.
Let me finish. What I'm saying is that whatever life you want includes the freedom to choose a different path if that's what makes sense for you. Your mother has specific ideas about success, Dr. Lawyer Engineer, but I've always believed that success means finding something you're passionate about and becoming excellent at it.
So you're not angry about the academic problems?
I'm concerned. There's a difference. I want to understand what's happening and help you figure out the best way forward. This entrepreneurship stuff, is it serious? Do you think it might be a real career path for you?
I think it might be. I seem to have a talent for seeing business opportunities and figuring out creative solutions to practical problems.
Then maybe we need to have a serious conversation about whether pre-med is the right path. Not now over the phone, but when you come home for winter break. Your mother might need time to adjust to the idea, but we both want you to be happy and successful in whatever you choose to do.
After the call ended, Marcus felt emotionally lighter but intellectually more conflicted. His father's support for alternative career paths made his academic struggles feel less catastrophic, but it also made his commitment to Dr. Martinez feel less essential. But he'd made a promise to Dr. Martinez, and more importantly, he'd made a commitment to proving he could follow through on his obligations. Even if he changed career paths, he needed to demonstrate that he could finish what he started. Marcus checked his schedule and realized he had lab in 30 minutes. Despite his wandering mind, he gathered his materials and headed to the chemistry building. The lab session went surprisingly well. Working with actual chemicals and equipment felt more concrete than theoretical problems, and Marcus found himself genuinely engaged with the synthesis experiment.
You seem like you've done this before.
Just lots of practice with cooking.
When he returned to the dorm, Tyler was already there, streaming a strategy game to his modest but growing audience.
How'd the lab go?
Better than I expected.
Good, because Jake was worried you were going to spiral into complete academic failure. Speaking of which, I've been noticing some weird stuff about you lately.
Weird how?
Your sleep patterns are completely erratic. Sometimes you sleep for 12 hours straight. Sometimes you're awake for like 36 hours and then crash for 4. And you mutter in your sleep in what sounds like a foreign language.
A foreign language?
Not Spanish or anything normal, something older sounding like medieval or something. Plus, I checked the Wi-Fi analytics, and you've been researching medieval printing technology ink recipes and historical crafting methods. What's that about?
A hobby, historical recreation stuff. I find it relaxing.
More relaxing than passing your classes?
I went to lab today.
True. But dude, your browser history looks like you're trying to time travel to the Renaissance. Are you working on some kind of project? Because if you are, that's pretty cool. I could help you document it, maybe make some content about historical accuracy in games. Actually, if you're into that medieval stuff, you should join the school's D&D club. They meet Wednesday nights in the student union. They're always looking for people who know about historical stuff.
I'll look into that D&D club.
cool. But the sleep thing is still weird. Are you dealing with stress or something? Because there are campus resources if you need help.
Just adjusting to college life, I think. The schedule's been tough.
Fair enough. But seriously, if you need anything, just ask. I know I'm usually focused on my content, but I do care about whether my roommate is losing his mind.
Thanks, Tyler. I appreciate that.
After Tyler resumed his stream, Marcus sat at his desk with his chemistry homework. The successful lab session had given him some confidence, but his mind kept drifting to ink formulations and printing press mechanics. Marcus opened his textbook and managed to complete several problem sets before his thoughts returned to Valdris. Tomorrow's progress check with Dr. Martinez might go better than expected, but the bigger challenge was maintaining this balance between his two increasingly demanding lives. As he finally fell asleep that night, Marcus felt cautiously optimistic about his ability to manage both worlds, though he suspected that optimism might be premature.